Bud could be Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
But in weight classes,
he's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford finally came face to face during a major press tour leading up to their massive super middleweight fight on September 13th. 2025 in Las Vegas, this intense moment happened during the Riyadh season media events, where both fighters stood toe-to-toe in front of the global press, locking eyes and making bold, confident statements. The atmosphere was tense, but controlled, with Canelo's focused stare meeting Crawford's calm and steady look hinting at the epic battle ahead. This matchup is being hyped as the fight of the century, bringing together two of boxing's top pound-for-pound stars in a clash for the undisputed super middleweight title.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Canelo Alvarez, a famous Mexican boxer, is a 4-division world champion and the current undisputed super middleweight king, known for his strong punching, smart defense, and ability to adapt. Canelo has defeated some of the biggest names in boxing and secured his place as one of the top fighters in the sport.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you
I
think
think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow.
Terence Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska, is a world champion in multiple weight classes, having won titles in lightweight, light welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Known for his ability to switch stances, sharp fight intelligence, and strong knockout power, Crawford became the undisputed welterweight champion after beating Errol Spence Jr.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, number 1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Alvarez is a powerful presence in the super middleweight division with a pro record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, including 39 knockouts. He has won titles in 4 weight classes: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight, and made history in 2021 by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. The power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind.
At 5 feet 8 inches and 34 years old, Alvarez blends strength, speed, and experience, making him a tough competitor. His recent win by unanimous decision over William Skull in May 2025 confirms he's still among the best. Even with younger fighters coming up, Alvarez's skill and smart ring tactics keep him in a league of his own.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford made it clear that size isn't the deciding factor in this fight. He pointed out that both he and Canelo are the same height at 5 feet 8 inches, and that he actually has a longer reach. Crawford said Canelo is solid, but not a big man, and pushed back against the idea that there's a major size difference. Instead, he explained the real difference is in their weight history. While Crawford moved up gradually from lightweight to light middleweight, Canelo has competed as high as light heavyweight.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talks. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Canelo, who first seemed uninterested in fighting Crawford, later said he'd face anyone if it made sense for his career and legacy, especially financially. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford chose not to take a tune-up fight before stepping up to 168 pounds to face Canelo, knowing it could make things harder. The weight jump alone is a big test, and going straight into a fight with someone as experienced as Canelo makes it even riskier. Critics say Crawford may struggle at this weight, and believe the fight is less about competition and more about money, with many doubting Crawford's chances. The fight is seen by some as a risky move that could hurt his legacy.
Terence Crawford gonna beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara, if Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm gonna tell you exactly how Crawford's gonna fight. He's gonna fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That would be a recipe for disaster. He's gonna be more than likely off the back foot. He's gonna be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound for pound fighter. Different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely, damn near impossible.
In a lighter moment, Canelo reportedly called the fight with Crawford easy money, suggesting it could bring in around $150 million. This huge payout is a major reason both fighters are interested in the matchup, showing just how big the event could be given their fame and history. Crawford responded to the talk by addressing the doubts about his move to a higher weight. He reminded everyone that while Canelo moved up and lost, he moved up and won. Crawford believes he can rise to the challenge and is confident he'll prove the critics wrong despite the concerns about his jump to 168 pounds.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
If it's what I want, I'm gonna take it. You know.
Would you put a rehydration clause in there?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
But you understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand,
I understand that. Same happened with Golovkin.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Terence.
And it happened.
And same with the video Sunday.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go for 175? It's 168. I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morel, you got the rematch with People.
If I go 175, that's pretty much.
That would be the first one. And then you can look around and see what's out there. 175.
And then
would you make a Crawford performance against Benjamin?
I think he knows why his weight class is there, right? He make a good fight, but for me, I think he lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or could be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was
yeah,
out there
because
in LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't say it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past, you told me no.
If the money is right, I mean,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters who come around.
Wait, but you want to say 168 or look at 175?
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Crawford admitted that facing Canelo Alvarez would be the biggest fight of his career. He spoke openly about how money has become a major factor in his choices now. While legacy still matters, he said his priorities have shifted with multiple undisputed titles and global fame. Behind him, Crawford explained that he's now at a point where the financial side of a fight is just as important as the glory. In the past, it was all about competition, but today he's more focused on making smart moves that balance risk and reward. He knows that moving up in weight is a big challenge, but he's excited about the opportunity and sees it as a chance to make history and secure his future. He even compared his excitement to when he was chasing a fight with Manny Pacquiao earlier in his career.
Nah, nothing. Nope. You just need like dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I get excited when, I don't know why, I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited, like, man, I'm gonna be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because
is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas shared a more detailed take on the Canelo versus Crawford fight. While he respects Alvarez's achievements and skills, Atlas believes Crawford is on another level, calling him truly special. He mentioned that although Canelo is still a strong competitor, he doesn't look as dominant as he used to. According to Atlas, Canelo's physical shape and performance in the ring have dipped a bit, making him seem less explosive and sharp than before. On the other hand, Crawford continues to stand out with his speed, accuracy, and smart strategy, keeping him at the top of the sport.
Well, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who has shared the ring with both Canelo and Crawford, brings a valuable viewpoint to their upcoming fight. While he respects Canelo's powerful punches, Khan highlights that Crawford's smarter ring skills, quick movement, and speed could be the key to winning. He points out that Crawford's talent for making opponents miss and countering with precision makes him stand out even at the highest level. Khan believes Crawford's sharp boxing mind and ability to adjust well help him handle Canelo's power and experience effectively.
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters. But it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford. But from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
Terence Crawford sees this fight as the biggest chance of his career, recognizing Canelo Alvarez as the face of boxing. He's excited to prove himself on such a huge stage. His confidence shows his determination to secure his place in boxing history. On the other side, Canelo hopes Crawford comes in ready to fight, not just to make it to the final bell. Looking back at his match with William Skull, Canelo shared his preference for opponents who come to compete and entertain. He wants the fans to enjoy a real battle and expects Crawford to deliver just that.
That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box?
I hope not. I hope not because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we think. Yeah, do it.
Who do you think takes the win, Canelo's power or Crawford's fight IQ? Share your pick in the comments below.